Hey guys, it is John from the BusyCast. We are doing a quick review, of Cult Mech. So, we're obviously trying to get more and more armies on the channel because the more armies, the more variety, it's more interesting for you guys. We all get to play cool stuff. And one of the armies that is coming up is Cult Mech, and Liam is the one who's doing Cult Mech. He's currently in the process of building it, so currently he only has an Eldar army, but he's going to be expanding into Cult Mech. And as a result of that, what we're going to do is we are going to be looking at the Codex a little bit, but we're also going to be running through his list that you will shortly be seeing on the channel, and talking about that and why he's done certain things, because he's quite good at writing lists and stuff. So
we'll see. We'll see what happens with it.
So that's what we're going to be doing. And obviously this ties in to the new Gathering Storm book and the new character.
Go on.
Belisarius Cawl.
Belisarius
Cawl.
So close.
Who is in Liam's list. So we'll tie into that. So we're going to talk about all that. So Liam and I have my brand new Codex, which I just recently got from War Games. We are sponsored by War Games, and you can check them out below. So run us through it, man. Where do you want to start? Do you want to start? Look at the Codex. Can we start by going through your list, maybe?
If you want to, yeah.
I think we should do that, because then we can look at those specific units, and then we can afterwards say, well, why didn't you take the other ones?
So with the Cult Mech book, there is only 6 units in the book anyway.
Oh wow!
So
I only got this today, so I'm
add Belisarius in. That's 7, and then you can now take an Engine Seer from the Imperial Guard as a Cult Mech unit. So you've got 8 units essentially.
What's an Engine Seer?
It's just a little mechanic from 40 points. Don't worry about him. Anyway, so there's only 6 units in the book. Now I've not taken 2 units. I've only taken 4 units from the book. So it's not going to be that difficult to sort of tell everybody about all the different units there is. So what I've done, I've sort of built it for ITC and that type of event as well. So
the
it's
aim
3
for
sources.
This is a tournament.
Yeah, kind of. I'm not sure if it'll do very well, but basically you can normally take only sort of 3 formations, and that's about it. That's sort of your maximum. I've got 2 sort of variations of the list. One of them is no retreat legal, so it's pure Cult Mech. One of them is not quite so focused on no retreat, so it actually adds in an Inquisitor, which I'll go into.
Okay.
Anyway.
I just want to, no retreat, you have to have 1 CAD, 1 formation from 1 source.
Yeah.
There you go.
So, yeah.
Go on.
So one of them is no retreat legal. Yeah. It's just a variation. So what I've done is, and it was a hard choice to start with actually, because Belisarius coming into the book means that suddenly Cult Mech have 2 HQ choices. So in the book you'll notice they've only got 1 HQ choice, which is the Tech Priest Dominus.
Tech Priest Dominus, yeah.
And the main detachment for Cult Mech is the Battle Congregation, their sort of version of a CAD. And in that, they only have 1 HQ slot. It was never really a problem when you only had 1 Tech Priest Dominus.
Easy.
And you didn't really have a mountain of relics.
Yeah.
So you only needed 1 HQ. However, with the Gathering Storm book added in, you've got 6 new relics, and you've got Belisarius Cawl. So you've now got more relics to take for your list,
right?
Which you're probably going to want.
Yeah.
And you've got Belisarius, who I think so far is an epic unit.
He's nice. Yeah, he's really good.
What I decided to do is, instead of taking a Battle Congregation, I've taken a CAD.
It's just a regular CAD.
A Battle Congregation is like a tag, but but I've taken a CAD.
But you do get benefits for the Battle Congregation.
So the Battle Congregation, the biggest benefit it gives you is it allows you to use a Canticle of the Omnissiah twice. So many people probably don't understand what these are.
Doesn't Belisarius allow you to do that anyway?
Kind of, not really. So for those of you unaware, Cult Mech have a special rule called Canticles of the Omnissiah. Now John's looking for it, he doesn't know where it is.
Neither do you.
It's there, right in front of me.
72.
Yeah, so Canticles of the Omnissiah are kind of special rules, I suppose, to a point that you can give your units at the beginning of each turn. They are based in 3 different stages, 3 different levels, and the more powerful levels depending on how many Cult Mech units you've got on the board at any one time.
Okay.
So you have 1 to 3 units, 4 to 7 units, and 8+. And obviously there's different bonuses. So one of them, for example, gives you, on the first stage, reroll 1s to hit in shooting. Yeah. Second stage, reroll 1s and 2s. Third stage, reroll all failed to hits.
Right.
One of them, for example, gives you stealth on the first stage, shrouded on the second stage, stealth and shrouded on the third stage.
So they all follow the same thing.
Yeah, essentially, yeah. There's melee-based ones, there's leadership-based ones. We won't reckon with details because they're not that important. The biggest ones really are Shroud Psalm, which is the cover one, stealth, shrouded, and stealth and shrouded. Benediction of the Omniscience, which is rerolling shooting attacks, because you'll find quite quickly that Cult Mech's main strength is their shooting, although they're not that slouchy in melee anyway.
Yeah.
And finally, it's probably Chant of the Remorseless Fist, which is a combat-based one, which can be helpful in sticky situations when models have made combat with you that you probably didn't want there. You can invoke that. Anyway, you get to use each of these once per game. At the start of your movement phase, or start of your turn, I suppose you'd probably call it, you can invoke one of these canticles, and you have that for the turn, and then your opponent's turn, and then when you start your next turn, you call another one.
However, you can only use this once.
You can only use each one once,
Unless
exactly.
you had that detachment.
Yeah.
You haven't gone for that detachment.
No, I haven't.
So it's irrelevant.
So the Battle Congregation allows you to take one twice.
Yeah.
So it was a hard choice for me, but I wanted more HQs, and there's a reason. So I wanted Belisarius, and I wanted another Tech Priest Dominus. So I went for a Combined Arms Detachment. Now I'll explain why I've gone CAD instead of Battle Congregation. Belisarius is a monster. He's 200 points. He has a shed load of kit that we'll talk about later. He also grants you 3 additional... Well, so there's a bit of hot debate online at the moment. He has a special rule called Canticles of the Archmagus, or Magus, however you want to say it. I say Magus, anyway. He has 3 additional ones. One of them works exactly the same way. It actually says in the rules it works the same way as Canticles of the Omniscire. One of them gives them either a 6-up invuln, or a 5-up invuln, or a 4-up invuln.
Oh, wow.
One of them gives them +1 ballistic skill, +2 ballistic skill, +3 ballistic skill.
Still based on how many units there are?
Yeah, so, and it's the same numbers. And the third one either gives each vehicle within, or monstrous creature within 12 inches, I think it is, 1 it will not die roll, or 2 it will not die rolls, or 3 it will not die rolls. Suddenly he becomes very good in an Imperial Knight army because he can give lots of hull points back. So I had to have him. I think he's brilliant. He's an absolute tank at toughness 6 with 5 wounds. He auto-regens D3 wounds at the end of every turn, or the beginning of his turn, one of the two.
Every turn, D3?
Every turn he regens D3. You just roll D3, he regens them. Yeah, really, really good. He also has... He can have something like, I think I worked out, at 5 + 2d6 haywire attacks on the charge, so he'll wreck Imperial Knights in melee, considering that 1 + 2d6 of those haywire attacks are initiative 10 step. So before the Knights even had chance to swing, dead.
Oh my god.
Really, really good model. So I wanted him, and also he's a new model, and he's a stunning model, so I had to have him in the list. Also, I made him a Warlord, because not only does he have toughness 6 with 5 wounds that auto-regen, but he has a rerollable for no pain for being Warlord. So the second HQ choice from the book, yeah, you like this, didn't you?
Oh, yeah.
We have a Tech Priest Dominus. This was originally the only HQ choice that they had access to. He's cheap-ish, I suppose, at 105 points for what he can do. He's only toughness 4. He has a 2-up armour save, 3 wounds. He has a 5-up Feel No Pain.
Yeah.
He has a 5-up Invulnerable as standard. So he's not bad at all. He can repair hull points or wounds on models in his unit on a 2+. Each turn instead of shooting.
2+?
Yeah, instead of shooting. And that replaces one of his shooting attacks. He can fire 2 weapons. He has a power axe.
Repair, weapon destroyed, or immobilise.
Yep. He's a very good model. Now, the reason why I wanted a Tech Priest is because of a new relic that came out in the Fall of Cadia book. The relic's called the Memento Mortispex. Epic relic. It's 30 points. It sounds kind of steep. I think it's incredible. At the beginning of your turn, you pick one of the following rules, and your unit has that rule.
Right.
The first rule is Cognus, which essentially means that all your weapons in that unit fire at Overwatch at Ballistic Skill 2. So it's 5s to hit rather than SF Flamer weapons, in which case they auto get 3 rather than D3. That's the one I'll probably use the least, believe it or not, because the other 3 it gives you, you can choose to either give your unit Skyfire, or Tank Hunter, or Monster Hunter. So it's an epic relic, because you put them in the unit, depending on so you'll hear the 2 units I've got. I'll put him on one of those 2 units, activate one of those special rules, and if you've got the right, canticles on the go at the same time, you're basically going to kill what you shoot at, there or thereabouts. Right. So I thought that was invaluable. So the idea is he'll join Belisarius, and 9 times out of 10, they will join a unit, the first troop choice unit, which is Cataphren Destroyers, I think they're called. Let me just get there. Yeah, Cataphren Destroyers. So you have 2 troop choices in the book. I've got 3 units of troops in my CADs, 2 squads of destroyers, 1 squad of breaches. The 2 squads of destroyers, I've got a squad of 3. I don't think you need many more than that. And then the breaches, I've got a squad of 4. I had some points left over. If I go no retreat legal, I lose the what's his name? the Inquisitor, thank you, John. I lose the Inquisitor that I had in the list, and I gain 2 more breaches, so they go up to 6, so I can split them into squads, 2 squads of 3, and that makes it the pure Cult Mech. So, the Destroyers have access to 2 weapons as their main guns. I have got the Grav Cannons.
Of course you have.
They have got salvo 4-6.
4-6, right.
However,
so they have relentless.
They basically always fire at 6, yeah. So 3 of them.
6 shots each, so that's what, 18 shots?
18 shots, yep. 18 grab shots.
With Monster Hunter or
Tank Hunter.
So you get to reroll.
Or Skyfire.
Oh.
And if you
mobilise a flyer,
yeah,
then it has to go a certain distance and all that
or
stuff.
it can crash them down,
yeah.
So then this is where the Canticles comes in and the debate online. So Belisarius work in the same way, we know that. Some people say that they add on to the other 6 Canticles and therefore you can only pick 1. Other people say that they work in the same way, but they're called something different, so you can pick 2 Canticles a turn. Now, rules as written, I believe it's the second, but I'm going to wait and see what happens. I'd imagine there'll be a FAQ. So if you go rules as written, what you could do with Belisarius is increase your ballistic skill by 3, which makes your unit's ballistic skill 6, and you could then invoke the other Canticle, which allows you to reroll all failed to hits. So you're hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s, hitting on 2s. You then have Monster Hunter, so you've got a Wraith Knight in front of you. Quite apt. You then have Monster Hunter with a grav weapon, you're wounding on 3s, rerolling failed to wounds at AP2.
Yeah.
18 shots from that one unit. That's dirty. I've got 2 squads of those because I just think, and you're learning, grav is so powerful at the moment.
Yeah.
And I'm sure the meta will shift.
The meta will.
And soon it won't be that, but it'll be a swarm of demons with no armor saves.
The reason grav is so strong right now is because the meta, is I did a video how to win tournaments.
Who's never won a tournament?
I haven't won a tournament, but I usually do consistently well at tournaments. But if I put in more effort and I played more cheesy shit, I reckon I could quite easily win a tournament. The thing is, I don't, what?
Quote, right, we're in February in 2017.
Yeah.
John Stewart, I reckon I could quite easily win a tournament.
I could, if I went fully cheese.
You've got a year.
No, I'm not doing it. I like playing Ravenwing, and they are good, but they're not Eldar good. But, where was I at? I had a point here. I had a point, you made me lose it. You're a dick for that. You're a dick for that.
You were talking about meta and grav. Yeah.
The reason grav is so good right now is because the meta is very heavily Wraith Knights and Riptides and all that stuff. That's big. So that's why grav is good. But if the meta eventually shifts, which it might do depending on how much grav you see around, it could just be all like Hormagaunts and Termagants and demons, in which case grav is useless. That's the thing about grav. It's a counter grav. So
the thing is,
at present, it's very good.
So the grav isn't their only weapon. They also have phosphor blasters. So if the meta does shift, phosphor blasters aren't that bad. Let me find them quickly. Just I don't want to give you the wrong number. I think they're strength 5. I want to double check. So phosphor blasters, they have the Cult Mech have phosphor weaponry. Phosphor weaponry is important because it has the Lumigen special rule. The Lumigen special rule is quite important because if you cause an unsaved wound on that unit, they -1 to their cover save.
Oh.
It doesn't stack, so you can only do this once to a unit, no matter how many Lumigen units fire at it. But I think that's quite important. So they have phosphor blasters fits in the standard, which is 24-inch range, strength 5, AP4, rapid fire. So the strength of a heavy bolter, and they're rapid fire. So they've still got sort of decent bolt guns for shredding units.
Yeah.
So it's not terrible, but they can also fire both. So if their grav doesn't work, they've still got phosphor blasters. Not terrible.
Yeah. You got a bit of backup. So you're not screwed if you come up against certain armies.
No, not screwed.
But to be fair, a majority of the armies are going to come up against grav is going to be very useful. Space Marines, Eldar, Cow.
All the big winners
all
at the moment.
The big ones are around, so yeah, you're fine.
Yeah. The other squad we've got is, so Destroyers could have had a different weapon. I was tempted, very tempted, especially because of the Plasma Prometheum thing that you can buy now.
What's the on? What?
You know that plasma generator thing, the new scenery piece? I don't know what it's called.
No, I don't know what you're talking
so
about.
there's a new piece of scenery you can purchase as part of your army. It's a plasma something reactor, I think. This would be good for you with Black Knights. So you put this piece of scenery, you have your models near this piece of scenery, and it makes your plasma better. I think you don't get hot anymore, and if you have a normal plasma gun, it goes up to small blast. If you have a small blast, it goes to large blast.
What?
I don't know how you don't know these things.
How do I not know these things?
Because I don't
Although
tell
I
you
can't
these
take
things.
formations. For a formation, you need a CAD.
Fortification, but yeah.
Fortification, sorry. For a fortification, I need a CAD with that in.
Yeah, does it not have one in the Ravenwing Strike Force?
Just three HQ choices, and all
Fast
fast
one
attack, and there's 2 heavy for your plasma.
Yeah, okay.
Thingy, so no, I can do
It's a shame because it'd be good.
I could take a CAD and then add that.
Because these guys can take plasma cannons, plasma something, plasma culverins, whatever you want to call them. Anyway, what they are is each model gets a 2-shot plasma blast, strength 7 AP 2, small blast. So 3 of them get 6 plasma blasts.
Oh, wow.
Really good. My first tournament I went to last year, I came up against a war convocation. Which don't get hot, so he had lots of plasma destroyers, which annihilated stuff I had on the board. So they are good, and you can also upgrade the phosphor blasters to flamers. I can't remember what they're called. Cognis flamers. They're just flamers.
Okay.
Torrent flamers with Cognis, so they get 3 hits on hammer on Overwatch rather than just D3.
D3, right, yeah.
So they're good. They only got 4 up armor, but they are toughness 5, and they all have 2 wounds. So, as a troop's choice, they're not terrible. They are ballistic skill 3. Most of the stuff in the Cult Mech book is ballistic skill 3, which is why the canticles are very important for the shooting phase.
Yeah, they would die quite easy.
Um,
What's the range on on your weapons in there?
the plasma, I think, is 24. The grav I've got is 30.
30 is better because you can stay a little bit.
30 is good. but what you do is your main unit...
Sorry, mate.
Are you right?
No.
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 All that semen.
Oh, wow. Keep going.
Anyway, so the range is 30, but you chuck a tech priest in there. He sits at the front with his 2 up armor, tanking wounds at toughness 5, and then you can look out serve really dangerous stuff. So there's ways around it, but they are a bit fragile. Toughness 5 makes it better with 2 wounds. You need strength 10 to instant kill them. But yeah, it doesn't. It's not amazing, but you've also got Shroud's armor and such to make cover saves better and what have you. The second,
but they are rubbish in close combat. If anything got in close combat with you, you're screwed.
Yeah, you cry. You cry horrible pain.
You would just die.
Yeah.
So, for example, my Black Knights would rinse.
Oh, they would destroy them. Yeah.
Easy.
Which is the idea.
What?
They're not supposed to be good in melee. That's not, that's not what they're for.
Yeah.
So I don't want to be in melee. That's why they've got some canticles which improve your melee. It gives you a chance, I suppose, but they are going to 9 times out of 10 get killed.
Yeah.
Breaches, however, they are also a troop's choice. They are 15 points cheaper than destroyers. I've got 1 unit of these, 4 models. It's because of the points I had left over. I had 200 points. They have a 3 up armor save, so they're a little bit more survivable. Their stat line otherwise is the same: strength 5, toughness 5, weapon skill, ballistic skill 3. 2
3+
wounds.
save as opposed to a 4+
Yeah,
save.
they have breach of plate, I think it's called, which makes it 3+. So I don't know why they have a difference in armor, since they're both battle servitors. They're essentially the same thing.
Yeah.
There's probably fluff behind it. I'm reading through the fluff now, so I don't know.
Models are different.
Yeah, they're very slightly different. They've just got more armour.
Yeah.
Anyway, they come as standard with the weapons I've left on them: a heavy arc rifle and an arc claw. Mm-hmm. The heavy arc rifle is a 36-inch range, I think.
Yeah.
It'll tell you.
36.
Yeah,
this guy.
Heavy 2, I think. They are haywire. That's all you need to know. Strength 5, AP nothing, haywire, or strength 6, AP nothing?
Strength 6, AP 5.
So strength 6, AP 5 is still decent.
Yeah.
Haywire, which is amazing. So the unit of 4 is kicking out 8 haywire shots. Again, put Cawl in there, put the tech priest with the memento in there. They get Skyfire with haywire. You can glance and fly to death in seconds.
Easy.
Yeah.
Easy.
They also have an arc claw. It's a combat weapon which gives them haywire in combat.
Fair enough.
So they can also assault vehicles. That's quite good for a formation that I've not taken, but we'll talk about later.
The only thing I'm seeing so far is you're a very unmobile army.
The whole thing is.
So you're going to struggle with Maelstrom.
Very much so.
So if you watch the How to Win Tournaments video, the thing I do say, and this is relevant, is you need to be able to play to the tournament format. So for example, the 40k GT, tickets went on sale this morning.
Cheese Fest.
Not going.
Cheese Fest.
Not going. They are only Eternal War. So Maelstrom, they don't play it. It's just Eternal War. As long as you can get onto the objectives by the end of the game, you're fine. So in this instance, this would be okay against that because you'll hopefully kill enough stuff and move slowly across the board to capture objectives. You can just play from that for turn 1.
Yep.
There's no Maelstrom. However, if you went to no retreat and you had Maelstrom, which is a large proportion of the points, not the biggest proportion, Eternal War is still the largest, you're just not going to get
No,
it.
you're not going to get Maelstrom
You
points.
know you're not. So you're almost setting yourself up to fail a little bit.
You're setting yourself up for a harder game.
You really are.
I don't know about
Do you
fail.
have anything in there to go get Maelstrom?
Nothing moves further than 6 inches. Nothing can run.
So you have to spread out, and that's immediately a disadvantage for most armies. Most armies play well in a castle sort of
Which
formation.
mine will, because of the fortification I've put in there.
Exactly, you have to.
To start with, the fortification is predominantly in there for 2 to maybe 3 types of list, which I'll go into. We're doing troops at the moment. So we'll skip past the elites for the Codex, because I don't take any of the elites. We'll talk about them later, but they're crap. And then we'll move on to the heavy support. So my CAD has the 3 troop choices I've spoke about, the 2 HQ choices I've spoke about, and then it has a fortification, which is a void shield generator. Yay!
What's this plasma thing you were going on about? What's that called? Do you know what that's called? No. The void shield generator, however, I came up against that in a tournament. It gives everything in a
12-inch bubble.
4+ invulnerable save?
No, no. I'm hoping that's not how we played it, because you would die.
I honestly can't. I destroyed it turn 1.
So, that's good. So everything in a 12-inch bubble, depending on how many shields you purchase. So it comes as standard with 1 shield, it costs 50 points, 25 points for each additional shield.
What?
Yeah, so you can have 100 points, 3 shields. 3 shields maximum.
What, all next to each other and they stack?
No, it's one building. It just has 3 shields it's generated.
Right.
Everything sits in with that 12-inch bubble, wholly within. It can't just have one model within, wholly within that 12-inch bubble.
Yeah. By the way, and that includes enemy and friendly units.
You shoot at it in that 12-inch bubble, and you have to hit a shield first if you haven't taken the shield down.
Yeah.
Each shield is an armour 12 shield. So you have to glance or penetrate that shield to remove it. Right? So my army is sat in this 12-inch bubble. You have to cause 3 at least glancing or penetrating hits on armour 12.
You've upgraded it to the 3 shields,
right. Before you can hit any models inside it.
Okay, that's not that difficult.
It's not. It's not.
But it does save you from a lot of stuff.
Yeah, it's not insane.
There's no save on that. You can't get a cover save or anything. It's not. Is it against the building or is it against
just a shield? Yeah, it's just a shield.
So you would never get a cover save.
No, it's just you just hit the shield.
Yeah.
It's not. I think it's amazing, but we'll see.
It's good, but it depends who you come up against.
Does D weapons auto drop a shield? Anyway, after they've dropped the 3 shields, they've then got to make a decision. Do they shoot at the units that they can now shoot at because 3 shields are dropped, or do they drop the void shield generator? The void shield generator is an armour 13, 4 hull point building, so that's going to be enough to drop. It's
what happens
basically
if they drop all 3 shields? Sorry.
If they drop all 3 shields, you can then shoot at the models inside the shields.
So the void shield generator does nothing
until the end of your turn. In which case, if they haven't wrecked the building, you roll 3 dice, and on a 5+, the shield comes back online.
That's good.
Yeah. So if you drop all 3 shields and then you go for the models and don't take the building down, then it could. It's rare, but it could. All 3 come back online.
Oh, that's nice.
Well, then you've got to do it all again next time.
Yeah.
Which is good. I like the model. It's a Mechanicus model, so I've bought one because I like it. Anyway,
I like it.
So that's the final part of the CAD, is the 3 void shields on the generator. And then the formation that I've taken is called the Cohort Cybernetica.
Yeah,
the first formation in the book. It's 2 Kastelan robot maniples and a Tech Priest Dominus in one formation.
Are the robot maniples 1 model apiece?
Nope.
They're 2 robots and a Cybernetica Datasmith.
Yes. So this is the heavy support, the only heavy support choice in the book is the Kastelan robot maniple. Awesome units. I'm not massively sold on the heads on these models because I think
they look just old school.
Yeah, so Lawrence from Tabletop Tactics calls them his 1950s robots.
They do look like that.
They're a little bit like Fallout-y from if you've played Fallout.
I love Fallout, mate.
Yeah.
You have no idea.
They're Fallout-y, aren't they?
I love it. My room is filled with Fallout memorabilia. Not even joking, it is. I got the Pip-Boy thing.
Crusty fucking tissues.
I got the Pip-Boy thing on your wrist. I got the collector's edition.
Yeah.
I got loads of additional little Pip-Boys, bobbleheads.
You should have a games YouTube channel.
I should do. I got a pop dude with power armour on. I love Fallout 4. So, no, I appreciate it. It's not that Fallout 4-ish, a little bit. It's more like Lost in Space. But
anyway, yeah, so this unit is amazing. Really, really good. So they come standard with flamers on the shoulder, the torrent flamers. These are the ones that torrent flamers, not the destroyers. The torrent flamers, and they have power fists. They're toughness 7, 3 wound monstrous creatures with a 3-up armour save. And the thing is, they're monstrous creatures with a Datasmith inside. So
he's got a 2+.
So normally, characters can't join monstrous creatures, and you can't form monstrous creatures into a unit.
Yeah.
These guys obviously come as a unit. He has a refractor field for a 5 vulnerable. He's got 2-up armour save. Obviously, because there's 2 toughness 7 models, he counts as toughness 7 because majority toughness wins.
Clever.
He has a power fist.
Although, if you're rolling to... I'm just thinking for like instant death. If you think for instant death, if you shoot him with a melter gun, the majority toughness would be 70, still winning on 3s, but then it would go on him and it could instant kill him.
So you'd want to look outside it.
Yeah, you want to look outside
which is fine. Anyway, the Datasmith has Feel No Pain, the robots have Fearless. That's about it for basic sort of kit and stuff, what you need to know. They're Initiative 2, I think the robots are, so they're not very good. Yeah. Initiative, they've got 2 attacks each, plus 1 for 2 power fists, that's 3 attacks each.
Though, is it?
No, but they are surprisingly good at melee. Okay. Yeah, because you can start boosting their melee abilities with Canticles, and then you've got their Kastelan robot protocols here, alongside Canticles. They have robot protocols. Essentially, there's 3 protocols. At the end of your turn, you pick a protocol. At the beginning of your next turn, that protocol goes live. They've got Conquerors, Aegis, and Protector. Conqueror is you double your attacks characteristic, but you can't move. Sorry, you can't shoot, because you can move, but you can't shoot. Protector protocol, you can fire your carapace shoulder mounted weapons twice, but you can't move. And then Aegis protocol, which is what they come with as standard when the game starts, is 5 up for no pain for the unit.
So you have to announce it one turn, and it comes.
So you announce it at the end of your turn, and it comes. So if you had your Conqueror protocols, for example, for attacks, at the end of your turn, when you'll finish your assault phase, you can go right. I'm going to initiate Aegis protocol.
Yeah.
You then have your full turn shooting at me. I still don't have Feel No Pain. The beginning of my next turn, the Aegis protocol then comes online.
Right.
So it's good.
It's a very they're very strong.
Really
they're very strong rules. Like, can fire their carapace mounted weapons twice, but cannot move. To be fair, the way it sounds like this army is, it sounds like it's very, very static.
Yeah, it's gunline type army.
It's a gunline army. So, I mean, that sounds fine.
It's different to what I'm used to, but it'll be fun.
Yeah.
However, in the Cohort Cybernetica, you get 2 units of these.
Yep.
So the minimum you'll have is 4 big robots, 2 Datasmiths, which is what I've got, and you add a Tech Priest Dominus in.
Right.
Right. So the Tech Priest Dominus becomes a Datasmith as well. Right. So he can also call battle protocols.
Sorry, I just realised everything's a single unit.
Yep, 1 big unit.
Right.
Which is nice.
Well, yes and no. It gives them a target.
Of course it does. That's the idea.
Okay, well, fair enough. Keep going with it. Yeah.
And then your adept, who becomes the guy who can give battle protocols.
Yeah.
At the end of your turn, you call battle protocols, and with this formation, it instantly comes online. So you do your shooting, you're double shooting, and you think, okay, what a hurt's coming my way.
Feel No Pain.
Instant switch to Feel No Pain.
Yeah.
So it's good. Targeting override also means that for each Datasmith in the unit, including the Tech Priest Dominus, you can pick one of those robots to split fire. So you can take on multiple units. Now, their carapace mounted weapons are heavy flamers, they're good. They're not as good as the ones I think you can take, which are heavy phosphor blasters. So the heavy phosphor blasters are 3-shot, strength 6, AP3. So you put them on the shoulder.
Oh, wow.
So I've got all 4 of mine with those on the shoulder.
Right.
So instantly I've got 12 strength 6 AP3 shots.
Yeah.
And then 2 of them I've upgraded the power fists to heavy phosphor blasters in the fist. Each one of those then with 2 fists.
You're going super, super shooty.
Yeah. So each one of those ends up with 3 strength 6 AP3 twin linked. So that unit that I've got has got 12 strength 6 AP3 shots plus 6 twin linked strength 6 AP3 shots. Which if you activate the not the Conqueror protocol, whichever one it's called, it switches from 12
to 24.
To 24.
It's the Protector. No, Protector? Yeah, you can fire
24 of them. If you don't move, 24 of them plus the 6 twin links, you get 30 strength 6 AP3 shots. And with the right canticle, they're all twin linked. Every single one of them. So it's good. I've also given the Tech Priest Dominus in that unit a relic.
So you've got all your grab to deal with big stuff.
Yep.
These can deal with big stuff because you've got enough shots. That will wound a Wraith Knight on 6s.
Yeah, but if I'm shooting at Wraith Knights with them and not my grab, something's gone wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I mean, you shoot it with your grab, and hopefully your grab sorts it. If it doesn't, then you've got this as a backup. But yeah, you can take out a lot of stuff. Yeah, it's very good. Keep going.
That's about it for that particular unit. But yeah, so that's actually what I was going to say. The Tech Priest Dominus, I've given another relic, which is from this book. The relic from this book is called the... Wait one. Have you got the relic there in front of you? Here it is, Arcana Mechanicum. It's called the Cadius of Arcan Land.
I see it.
So you give him that relic, the whole unit gets it, will not die.
What does it will not die do? Remind me.
So
you
at the
roll
end
a
of your
dice if it's 5+ they regain.
Yeah,
a
at the end
wound.
of your turn, you roll a dice and 5+ they gain a wound. So when you've got toughness 7, 3 wound monstrous creatures.
Oh, so it's hard to take them down, and every turn you're
Oh,
trying
that reminds me.
Every turn you're like.
That's another thing.
Wait, the bear and his unit have the it will not die special rule. Do you roll it will not die once?
No,
Or do you
one
roll it
for each
every
model. Yep. So, one thing I forgot about the Kastelan robot Maniple, which is why I love them so much, is the repulsor grid. So they have a 3-up armour save, a 5-up invulnerable save, and if you have the right protocol activated, they have a 5-up for no pain save, right? The repulsor grid is incredible. If you save, and this can be cover, armour, or invulnerable, on a 6, the shot that's hit you gets deflected back.
Oh, no way!
Yeah, it does.
What?
Yeah, it does. So, big nasty Wraith Knight shoots you with Wraith Cannon.
weapons.
So obviously a 6 it won't count, because a 6 you get no saves of any kind. But if he rolls a 2 to a 5, which is normally D3 wounds, and you save it with a 6, hit him straight back in the face.
Does it automatically hit him?
Yeah.
Doesn't need to roll to hit.
No.
Just automatically hit.
So it also hits him at the strength that the weapon was fired. So it's a D strength. So all you do is you'll hit the Wraith Knight and roll D3 wounds.
No.
Yep.
What?
It's right there. It's amazing.
Wow.
Lehman Russ Battle Tank hits you with a battle cannon.
Yeah.
Strength 8 AP3 large blast. It hits you.
How's that going to work?
I'm not sure. Actually, no, I lied to you. It's a battle cannon, not a battle cannon, with a Vanquisher cannon.
Cannot deflect, blast, or template weapon.
So a Vanquisher, the one that Sam took, I think it's strength 9 AP2. I'm sure he'll correct me. But that's a single shot, not a blast.
Yeah.
Roll a 6, it'll hit the tank back.
Right.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
To the point where a Storm Raven comes flying in and hits you with a multi-melter.
Yeah.
You get 6, you hit the Storm
Oh,
Raven.
you automatically
hit the flyer back. So
the only problem is if you're in that shield, it's going to start hitting the shield first.
Yeah, of course.
It's not necessarily
but this unit is strong enough to push out of the shield.
Yeah, they are.
So that's 2 of my formations from this book. The third part of my...
That's not no retreat legal.
No, so no retreat legal. I put 2 more breaches in and either have 2 squads of 3 or 1 of 6. I've not decided yet. Probably 2 of 3.
And keep the cohort Cybernetica.
Yeah, keep the cohort. So it's 1 CAD plus cohort. No retreat tournaments, because I'll probably try and get there at some point. No retreat tournaments. I take the 2 breaches out and I put in an Inquisitor, Coteaz.
Right.
What a dude Coteaz is.
Coteaz is like, I've got him over here, mate.
You haven't yet?
I used to love Coteaz.
No, he's gone.
There he is.
He's probably in my pocket.
I can barely see him. I used to love this little dude. That's quite nicely painted, isn't it?
Did you do it?
Yes.
Then yes, I'll say yes.
Oh, dickhead. I used to like Coteaz, and you can use Coteaz in Grey Knight armies back in the day, but his rules changed. So it's still some shenanigans with that. I know what he's done. I know what he's
So a couple of tournaments I've played recently, the biggest thing I've been getting...
I need a beer.
Oh, he's off.
You can still hear me.
Yeah, hang on. So yeah, so the couple of tournaments I've been to recently...
I drank all the beer.
You did drink all the beer. The biggest thing that's hit me... Can you shut up for 2 minutes?
Sorry, mate. That's gutting, isn't it?
Oh, cut this, no.
No, I'm keeping this in.
Oh, okay.
Coteaz has got his own little seat.
Yeah, he's big dick in it, mate.
Yeah.
So I've got loads of beer left.
I know you have.
So the 3 tournaments I think it was last 2. What I kind of kept getting nailed by was Alpha Strike lists, drop pods, Skyhammer, Yawn. So many Skyhammers about. My best mate plays Skyhammer. I told him to. Yawn. So Coteaz has a special rule called "I've been expecting you."
He does.
Him and his unit can. When you deep strike, actually not even deep strike, arrive from reserve within 12 inches of him and his unit, they get to make an out of phase shooting attack against you.
Yeah.
They can do
12 inches.
Yeah, with 12 inches of that unit.
Yeah.
So they can do that any number of times.
Spread your unit out massively.
Yeah, any number of times they can do that. And so if you have 6 units that deep strike within 12 inches, they can shoot at all 6 units. So if I'm going to get smashed by Skyhammer and Marines everywhere, I put him with Cawl and the Tech Priest that gives Skyfire and that kind of crap in with a unit of 3 destroyers with 18 grav shots. So if you strike, so what I do then is I castle.
Why don't you put him in with the robot Maniple?
Because I can't join that unit. There's a unit of monstrous creatures.
Okay. Yeah, but surely it's become a unit, not.
So yeah, so it has become a unit.
Yeah.
But because that unit contains monstrous creatures, I cannot add another model to it.
Okay, fair enough.
So I put him with grav destroyers. I put my void shield on my board edge so that if people want to kill my units, they're going to have to drop within 12 inches of Coteaz. and then they're going to get full grab shots in the face when they come in.
Yeah.
It's a bit dirty. It might not work. People could go, well, fucking, I'm on deep strike somewhere else.
Yeah.
But it stops me from getting nailed by Alpha Strike like I have been so badly in the last year or so.
The thing is, with that formation, they can charge turn 1 as well, so they have to be out of 12, otherwise they're dead.
Yeah.
So
the other bonus to him is he's a level 2 Psyker.
Who is?
Coteaz.
Oh, yes, he is, yeah.
Who can roll a divination.
Yeah.
So the first thing I'm going to do...
Prescience.
Prescience is amazing because it's twin links all my guns.
Yeah.
So when my Canticles run out, I can still have a unit that's twin linked.
Yeah.
Then what I'll fish for on divination, of course, is ignores cover, perfect timing. Ignores cover grab is insane. Absolutely insane.
Yeah,
so that's the plan for him, is because I could go invisibility, but I'm so bored of invis, and because my last game I nearly broke the internet. I'm not going for invis anymore. Even at tournaments, screw it. It's not worth it. It's not worth whinging. It's not worth the constant drinking cups of tears. So I'll go on divination for perfect timing and prescience. Yeah. He also has a thing called spy network, which is amazing. So if they steal the initiative for you, you can make them re-roll it.
Oh yeah.
So they need 2 6s in a roll to steal the initiative from you. So if you really want first turn and they steal, you can make them re-roll it.
Yeah.
And that's my 1850 point list. So it's good.
Can't you steal the initiative on like a 5+ as well? With
no, you just re-roll.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
So it's not bad. The 2 units we didn't cover in the Codex, I've never seen them taken.
If they're not great, I think the main point of this is to go over your list. That's what I was really interested in. I don't really...
They're called Fulgurite, Electro Priest and Corpuscari. I don't even know how to say it. They're just crap.
Corpuscari.
Don't take them. The only reason why I can see the point in taking these is in a pure Cult Mech list, which is what I'm going. Cause plenty of people said, go War Convocation. Yeah, like everybody else that plays the
War Convocation is Skitarii and Cult Mech mix.
With an Imperial Knight.
Okay.
Yeah, and everybody takes it because it is their strongest formation.
And they get free upgrades.
I have no doubt it is their strongest formation.
But that's from White Dwarf, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you can't take that to no retreat.
No. But I know it's the Adeptus Mechanicus' strongest formation.
Yeah.
Skitarii, he's off again. Skitarii give you that...
camera's out of battery, nearly. Keep going.
All right.
We've got less than 5 minutes.
Oh. Well, we're not going to finish it, are we?
Wrap it up.
Wrap it up. Wrap it up. It's not even finished.
How much longer you got?
Hours, mate.
Wrap it. Let's wrap it.
I've told you the list.
We're going to wrap it. We know his list.
Yeah. Don't take the priests because they're rubbish.
Yeah.
Unless you want to push your numbers up for Canticles.
Yeah.
It will be coming soon. I reckon a month worth of painting, and I reckon it should be done. It's built.
I hope you get it done very, very quickly. I'm genuinely quite excited to see this list.
Then it's on to the Death Company.
Keep changing your mind.
I don't change. I add.
Changes.
The cult's being built. I hope to bring it soon. Let me know what you think of the list I've built. In the comments below.
Yeah.
You can tell me it's crap.
You have suggestions.
I'll be honest with you, I'm not changing it because I've bought it all now. But tell me if you think it's crap, and we'll see.
I think you thought it through. You're quite good at writing lists. You come up with nice things, and it's very interesting hearing why you've done stuff. And when you send me the list in text message, I don't understand. I'm like, right, brilliant, fantastic, congratulations. But when you actually explain it, you're like, oh, this works with this, because that's where the reason lists thrive is the way that
Combos.
Models. That's it.
Combos.
And I don't
make
get
or
that
break
through just
lists.
seeing a list. You need to explain that.
You don't get that through.
Explain how you're going to play it. That's how an army's.
You don't get that through seeing your own list. We have to explain it to you.
I'm quite good.
Yeah.
I'm good at playing the armies.
Yeah, still not won a tournament.
I'm quite a good player. I'd like to.
No,
think.
yes.
I'm a good player.
That's his channel.
I'm a good player. It does take me a while to learn things. Like,
how do you spell your name?
I'm not getting into
Go on, carry on. Sorry.
So that's basically that. The camera's flashing at me manically, telling me it's.
This was going to be longer, but John just doesn't want me to sit here.
It's been quite long. It's been like an hour.
Yeah, well, I'll go home to bed to my pregnant wife.
So yeah, cheers for watching, guys.
We'll do more of these little ones. I'll write lists for other armies. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll write lists even if I'm not going to buy or build them, and explain why.
That's fantastic. I like that.
That's a better series of videos, isn't it?
I think it's a good idea.
So subscribe, and you'll see more.
Yeah, and if you subscribe, you also see battle reports for free regularly. You also see funny videos we do, such as we just did one, the Ultimate Cheese for Wraith Knights, which is one of the best videos we've done in my opinion.
The internet.
I don't know, we haven't released it yet, so I don't know how successful it's been.
Best video on the internet.
Genuinely, when we filmed it, we were in stitches, so I hope it's done really well, and like we're the biggest 40k channel now. We are also sponsored by War Games, so if you can check them out, they're below. We are also on Patreon, so you can head over to Patreon. Basically, Patreon is a page where you can give us a little bit of money. So if you like the battle reports, you want to give us a little bit of money to help build scenery, or you just like the battle reports and you think you want to give something back because you're a nice person. That's it. That's how you can do that. And that's everything.
Yeah, I think so. Oh, there's a Facebook page.
There is a Facebook page, and we're on Instagram.
Feel free to message us on Facebook. One of us will get back to you at some point.
Probably Liam.
Yeah, John doesn't.
I do occasionally
care,
but mainly Liam. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Let us know what you think, and watch some battle reports.
And we'll see you in the next one.
Bye bye.